Coach, this is your first season at the FBS level. What are some things that you feel you've learned about yourself personally in the
Well,
season?
FBS and FCS levels are levels, man. I think everybody that we brought from FCS done a pretty darn good job in FBS, right? So I don't think it's a different level of players that we brought in. What I learned for myself is forget the levels. I mean, you can do that in youth football. I learned a tremendous amount of patience. I mean, it would seem to I'm impatient with some of the things that we did, but I learned a tremendous amount of patience, and I learned really what we need in the character of the young men that we need. I learned so many things about what we need and do not deviate from that.
Coach Prime said he learned some patience and what they really need going forward in Colorado. We're about to talk about that. Welcome to another episode of Coach Walker TV. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about what Coach Prime said he learned with patience and what he's going to need going forward. And it's going to be a little bit more than just some of the best players in the country, as we're about to find out. Let's jump right into it. Well, there it is, folks, the end of the Colorado Buffalo season. And Coach Prime said it himself. He learned about patience. And yes, they went from a 1-win team last year to a 4-win team this season. However, 4-8 is not going to get it done in the Pac-12 conference, as we know. But hey, he did bring a winning attitude, and they won 3 more games than what they won last season. And Coach Prime has learned patience, and I think what he means by that is that it's going to take some time in Colorado. I know they had high expectations this year coming into the season, but it will take time. And we also learned that it's going to take more than a little bit of some of the best players in the nation. Let's listen to what Coach Prime said here of what else it's going to take outside of just the players.
We definitely need giving. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate to say this, but some kids cost. It's unfortunate to say this, and I have not charted this yet, but I've asked for the numbers. But if you start thinking about the top several teams in the country, let's see what was spent on assembling the teams. We can sit up and talk about great coaching and great this and great that all we want, but it's gonna be a credit card swipe some kind of way with all these guys going to these playoffs, right?
In the age of NIL, you gotta have more resources. And when we talk about resources, we all know that we're talking about money. And yes, this is big time college football at the FBS level. To get the best players to come play at your school, you're going to need more than, the clout. You're going to need more than the fame and the lights and the cameras and the action. You're going to need that moolah. So Coach Prime understands he's going to need that money. But at the same time, you're still going to have to get some of the best kids to come to your school. But here's the thing. We heard Coach Prime talk about kids decommitting from his recruiting class coming up. And yes, we know that, like he said, kids can go from here to there. The kids have the choice, which is a good thing in college sports these days, that the kids get to choose which direction they want to go. But as we move forward into the recruiting class, at least me, being a coach at the high school level and, talking to kids that are going into college and getting NIL deals and working with these kids, I'll tell you something like this. These kids, at the end of the day, they want to get the money, yes, but also, you know what they want to do? They want to win. So you're talking about these kids decommitting from Colorado. After going 4-8 in the Pac-12, these kids want to win. I mean, let's keep it real. If you're a top recruit in the country, and even if you're a Deion fan and you like Deion growing up or something like that, well, a lot of these kids, they didn't watch Deion growing up. They're too young. But, you learn about Deion, you say, oh man, it'd be cool to play for him. They're going to offer me some money. You get money. But don't you want to win football games? I don't care how much clout is out there. I want to win. And on top of that, it's cold in Colorado. It is very cold. So some of those kids probably decommitting. I'm not too in depth on those kids. I would have to do my research on them. But I know if it was me, listen, I'm not going to Colorado to lose and to be in the cold, 3/4 of the football season, because it's going to be freezing out there. So in my eyes, those kids, they want to win. That's the real reason why I believe, Coach Prime is losing some of those top players, and it's probably going to be hard to get some of those other top players as they go down into the recruiting class for 2024 and beyond. And like I said before, I don't think he's going to be there past the next 5 years anyway. So, he's gonna have to do what he needs to do immediately. But outside of getting the money, you're going to have to win football games, and that's going to be a tall task in the Pac-12 because there's a big target on your back coming in with all the noise, the flash, the lights, the camera, and the action. So these kids want to play to win. Who wants to play in the cold to go lose? So I think that's a big reason why some of those recruits are decommitting and getting up out of there after they saw, kind of the breakdown of the team late in the season. Yes, they still play hard, but they also ended the season on a 6-game losing streak. A couple of those games were close. They had chances in just about every game. I think there was maybe just like a couple of blowouts where they really didn't have a chance, but they had a chance in every game. But like Deion said, they just couldn't get over the hump. Trying to get those top guys, you're going to need the money, and you're going to need to win some more football games to get those top guys. Because when those top guys have other opportunities to go win championships, conference championships, national championships, why give that up to go to Colorado and play in the cold and lose? You're going to need some football players that are really down to play that late, season football. I think Deion's great at getting the, dash and flash guys, the quarterbacks, the receivers, the DBs, those skill position guys. You're going to have to go get those guys that want to play cold late season football, because at the end of the day, what really wins football games late in any football season, especially in cold weather states, is going to be that run game and playing good defense. You got to go be able to get those guys. So yes, maybe the resources will help with that, but you're also going to have to win football games. And I think the best way to win football games in that state is to prepare your team to play cold weather football, and that's good defense and running the football and being able to hit people, because flash and dash, it just doesn't work well in the cold. A drop back passing team like Colorado was this year with a quarterback that can toss the ball all over the yard, that's great, but it gets harder and harder as the season goes, especially in the cold weather, to catch footballs. Colorado is out there where it can snow any moment and put you in a situation where, hey, we can't throw the football like that today. It's snowing out here. It's snow all over the ground, snow all over the football. Football's cold. Football's hard. It's going to be tough sledding that day. If I was in that position as a coach, I am building my team for late season football, even when it's warm, when the season starts in August, September, and it's warm outside. We're going to pound the ball on the ground, and we're going to play good defense. That would be the focal point of my team if I was coaching at a Colorado. Because when it gets, October, November, December, and it's freezing out there, we can do the same thing we've been doing since September and October. We can't throw the ball over the yard like that. So, flash and dash isn't going to work in Colorado like that for the long haul. Hopefully Deion gets that, but, we'll see. Hey, y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation with Deion losing his commits, Deion learning patience, and Deion needing more resources. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, share. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's have a conversation about it. I'll catch up with y'all next time. Peace.